Hi plant friends, I've got a special Hoya tour for you today. Today we're visiting the Hoyas at BFit Plants. BFit Plants is one of my planty friends from Instagram and she's got a fantastic selection of Hoyas. She's decided to grow her Hoyas outside this summer, and this is a perfect example of how Hoyas can thrive once they're given the right conditions. First up is the Hoya Australis Lisa. This one's potted up in a nice chunky coco coir mixture. Hoya Viola is nice and lush. One of the things that BFit mentions is that she doesn't overpot her Hoyas. This one's in a soil mixture, but there's a lot of perlite, so it's well draining and nice and airy. Check out the Hoya fungi, the little splashing on the leaves, so nice. Now, one of the things to be mindful of when you move your Hoyas outside at the beginning of the season, they can get a little bit scorched since they're now getting a little bit more sun than what they're used to. Some of these Hoyas have really taken off over the summer for BFit Plants. She mentions she doesn't mind that they're vining and tendriling through each other. There's some nice sun stressing on this Hoya Fusco marginata. Hoya caudata has grown a lot this summer. It really likes the growing conditions. These plants are under a tree, so they're getting a lot of bright filtered light. And look at that, she's got a few peduncles. Oh, this one has a tag. BFit says she's misplaced many of her tags. This one's Hoya Walliana. Look how nice and trailing this one is, and the sun stressing, just delightful. She's covered with peduncles and about to bloom. Not sure if the name on this one, the tag, has been lost. Kind of looks like a Hoya bilobata with that dark margin. Next we've got the Hoya Parak Malaysia. Look at that leaf. This one is Hoya Melflua and it's really taken off. This plant is vined up all the way through. Wow, what a beautiful growing plant. It's really loving this dappled sunlight. This one's a difficult one to pronounce. I am just happy this one was labeled right on the pot. Here's Hoya Rosita. Isn't she lovely? Next is Hoya Kamingiana. BFit mentions that this plant blooms all the time for her. The blooms are quite pretty, and this one's working on a peduncle. Next, we've got Hoya obscura, which is commonly confused with the Hoya sunrise. When she purchased this one, it was actually labeled Hoya sunrise, but you can see from the leaves that this one looks more like an obscura. Plant friends, no labeled found on this one. Nice fuzzy leaves. If you know the name of this one, comment below. This one's an interesting beauty. I'd love to see it bloom. Love the leaves on this one. It's the Hoya macrophylla pot of gold. Such a beautiful Hoya. Next, we've got Hoya crescipitillata. This one's potted up in a clay pot. It also has a more soil mixture. I'm thinking a combination of the soil, perlite, and the clay pot allows this one to dry out too quickly. It won't retain a lot of water. More gorgeous sun stressing. This is Hoya erythrina. Oh look, she also has a Hoya bilobata. This one has a nice little sun stressing on the darker margin. Sort of looks similar to the Hoya before. Wow, take a look at this Hoya. This leaf is humongous and the label's been misplaced, so we don't even know the name of this beauty, but it was quite a surprise that this Hoya shot out two humongous leaves this summer. Wow, these two leaves are two original leaves. So, wow, this plant has been really happy this summer. Next, we've got the Hoya Rangsang Splash. Wow, there's also a random peduncle just hanging out here. Not sure where that peduncle is coming from. The Hoya Rangsang is growing nicely. It's also working on a tendril. Take a look at this one. It's Hoya mirabilis and it's loaded with peduncles. just amazing. It's going to be spectacular when this blooms. Wow, and it's vining quite nicely. The earlier peduncle that we saw, it's from this plant. Hoya acuta variegata is also looking nice and happy in this dappled sunlight. Next, it's a popular Hoya. It's the Hoya Falansonii. This one is the dark, narrow leaf version. Quite beautiful. There's also Hoya australis. No label for the next beauty, but it is very happy. The tendril on this one is vining all the way up the plant stand. Just amazing. Here's another beautiful Hoya. Check out the name on this one. Now plant friends, this is just a small selection of the Hoyas she has available. There's more inside, but today we only have time for the ones outside. This is a nice bushy Hoya sunrise. Beefit mentions that this one's bloomed quite a bit for her over the seasons. Next we've got Hoya fuinensis. What a beautiful Hoya. The leaves on this are absolutely gorgeous. She also has the Hoya carrier heart leaf. You know what? I think every Hoya collector needs one of these. I need to add one of these to my collection. I remember the last video that I did, there was a comment, no Hoya carrier. You're right. How could you not have a Hoya carrier? Loving the dark margins on the leaves of this Hoya. The name is quite a mouthful, but the plant is gorgeous. My friends, now take a look at this Hoya macrophylla big leaf. Absolutely mouth-wateringly delicious. Those leaves just have me drooling. Wow, and this one is in a more shady spot. It's not getting as much sun as the other Hoyas. The leaves are pristine. And notice the media for this one. She's potted up in a nice chunky bark mixture. There's some perlite in there, some charcoal, as well as orchid bark. Hoyanduensis can be a challenging Hoya. Beefit plants mentioned as soon as she brought it outside where it's getting a taste of the hot, humid summer air. That's when this plant started to do something. Plant friends, this is our final Hoya for today. I'll need to come back for a part 2. You've got to see the plants that are inside. But for now, enjoy some of the flowers in Beefit's garden. Thanks for watching, plant friends. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and follow me on Instagram at Life of Bellina.